Welcome to part 3 and the last part of my Eyre Peninsula travels. In this episode, I meet up with some new friends I made on the trip, Paul and Tanya, and travel up the west coast of the peninsula and finally cross the famous Nullarbor. Firstly though, we went to see the area where the movie Gallipoli was shot. Just decided to come and do a quick hike up Mount Greenleigh. Greenleigh Beach is about 2 kilometers just in that direction. So already been to the rock pools, swam in it. It's bloody freezing cold. And while the weather is good, just decided to come do the hike.
Tough time never lasts. Only tough people last.
There she is. That was a very enjoyable hike. In total about 4.2 kilometers. So I'm just outside the town of Elliston and I've decided to do the Great Ocean Drive. It's got a lot of little nooks and crannies where you can stop off and look at the cliffs and the ocean, which is quite nice. And they also have, at each one of the stops, they generally have a sculpture, which I'll show you in a moment. So you have all of these cliff viewpoints, which are pretty in themselves. And then you have all of these sort of sculptures that have been made. This is the biggest one I've found so far. This giant crater is known as the Tub, close to Talia Caves, or Woolshed Caves, Talia Beach that is. On this side of the tub, you can actually see the ocean coming through that little hole over there. There are also a whole heap of birds nesting in here. You can see all of them sitting. Not a lot of wind here, so it makes sense for them to all relax in this tub. And this is the walkway down to Woolshed Caves. You guys, we've just come to Point Brown and discovered all of these shacks. There's the troopies outside. I've clearly abandoned. And we just found a mouse in this little cupboard here. I'll see if I can show you. Oh, it's gone now. What was in there just then? Oh no, there it is. I reckon we'll have to get the Sparky in to check the wiring here.
Two little LED strips.
But there you can see the lights are on. I'll switch them off. Wow. This one had a bit more real estate than the Troopy. Bit worse for wear now though. So today I've been traveling with Escaping Crowds. That's their beautiful Troopy over there. And we found ourselves an abandoned shack, the ocean over there. And right now we're just smoking up some whiting that I caught yesterday with some apple wood. That is the biggest windmill I've ever seen in my life. Morning everyone. So we just crossed the border from South Australia to WA, currently still on the Nullarbor, and we just went through a quarantine zone, checkpoint, yeah, just over there, just asking for fresh fruit and vegetables, and yeah, obviously we didn't bring any, so all good. $2.55 to fill up the vehicles. We've had a tailwind today, and we've done 600 kilometers so far on the Nullarbor. And this place is called Munrabilla, and it only has one diesel tank. Alright guys, so we wanted to come and explore some caves, and obviously you can see, due to all the rain that we've had, people have been struggling to get through here, and with not much to winch off, so I think we're going to give it a skip this time around. We've still got a long way to go today. So we're just currently at the eastern end of the world's longest straight road, 146.6 kilometers. We've just pulled up into camp now. We're about 40 kilometers away from Norseman. And yeah, welcome to WA, I suppose. It's been a very long day of driving, about 10 hours or so. And apparently these red trees with the red bark is iconic to WA. It's quite unusual, but cool to see. Is it possibly time for a beer after the long drive? Bloody oath, it is, he says. Along this stretch of road, there are campsites every 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers, so you really don't have to worry about finding a spot to rest up for the night. See ya, Paul and Tanya. Have a good trip. That's it for this episode, and thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode where Jen finally joins along for the big lap and we get into a mini off-grid adventure we didn't think we would have.